Yeah.
Makes me mad. I'm mad.
Well, what did you guys think?
we're Dude, I mean, I'm still gathering my what are they called? Thoughts? Is that
those
the word?
those things, yeah, those things.
Oh, fuck. I mean, it was like everything we could have possibly wanted finally,
I know.
and some, and then
Yes.
we're just kind of like, wait, did it happen? And then we're like, wait, it did happen, and then it happened.
You
I don't
have
even-
a way. You have a way with words.
I have quite the way with words, huh? I don't know. I'm just in shock. I still can't quite kind of grasp. I just like, I mean, hold on. You guys talk. I need to find an image to say we're live to everyone.
I'm in the same boat. I kind of like, yeah. I feel like how I always feel. I'm like, is this still going to be on Disney Plus tomorrow when I check back in the morning?
And then we're reminded that it is Disney Plus.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh.
Just like me and Zach went into this like this has to be okay. So I don't want to.
That's what I was hoping for. I was hoping for okay.
So I don't go to like just go, hurt myself or whatever it is that I do when Star Wars doesn't hit me the way it should. So that sounds moronic, but I'm like not even forming thoughts. I'm like still observing everything. Like flashbacks. Let's just talk about flashbacks.
From the opening scene, I was like, okay, here we go. Like, I didn't think they'd do episode 2 Anakin. I thought it would be like Clone Wars Anakin.
Oh yeah, that's Kat's fave.
As soon as I saw that little Padawan braid, I was like, let's effing go. Oh, literally. I just kind of can't, because I know we're coming off of how we all felt last week. And I honestly went into this week trying to dim down my expectations. Anyone who was watching Dork Discourse with me and Tom pre-gaming for this, the whole time I was like, I can't even get too deep into theories or my anticipations or predictions, because whatever I think is going to happen is absolutely not going to happen. And this episode proved me wrong. So thank gosh. Like I really was like, this is everything we've been freaking asking for, and now we can just go into the final episode. Well, I just can't. I kind of can't.
You know what's even better? Or wait, what's the best thing about this is this felt like a finale episode when it wasn't.
It did.
Right?
You're right.
It really did. It was great. It was a great episode. It was no Bad Batch finale. That's for sure. It was something special. And you very rarely have those, I hope this isn't a trend. I mean, here I am going back on another note, but I hope it's not a trend where it's like they just kind of save everything really cool and fun and Star Wars-y to the very end. Because I mean, Mandalorian I think was best at the end. It was kind of slow in the beginning. I mean, it was still great, but it just seems like they save everything for the end, which I mean, I guess is fine. I think. Is it? I don't know.
I just can't get over how much of a 180 these last 2 weeks have been. Like it's you went from like one of the worst 40 or 38 minutes of Star Wars that I've seen in a long time to like some of the best in the span of a week. And I'm sitting here and I'm like you, Alex, like I can't even form like coherent thoughts. Like they gave us the flashbacks. They gave us honestly, like hands up for like Reva. Like I thought Reva was great in this episode.
Yeah,
and this was her time.
Yeah, I didn't think she'd be that good, but I like Reva now. Like, you know what? I like Reva.
I found myself rooting for her. No, watching her first. We can spoil, right? We're talking about spoilers.
Yeah,
right?
if you haven't watched the episode, you should
don't
not
watch
be
this.
Here. Yeah,
but
if you're up this late and you haven't even seen the episode, what are you doing?
Yeah. Watching Vader literally fight her with the Force Not even like just the full circle also of Kenobi saying, you know, how are you going to fight without a weapon? You don't need a weapon to fight. There are other ways to fight. But then also then seeing how Vader implements that and literally is just teasing the living shiz out of her. Like I was rooting for her. Again, Zach, you're so right. The 180 because I came off of last episode being like, I am a Reva fan, but that episode really put a bad taste in my mouth with her. And this episode was like, thank gosh they brought it back and brought it to her and finally caught us up and confirmed what we all believed to be true. But then also just, I found myself feeling bad for her. I literally came off of last week like absolutely raging at her, like on the verge of hating what she had turned into. And this week I am just like, I can't believe this is like I feel horrible for her. Like just the juxtaposition, the flashing back and forth, the parallel of her facing Anakin in the temple and then her facing Vader, and in both situations she is just absolutely screwed. I thought that was executed so beautifully, and I just couldn't. I'm so happy with what they've done for her character. Like,
it felt like a completely different show. Do you guys kind of get that vibe? It just felt entirely different. Like it almost didn't even look the same too in some respects. Like from whether it's the camera work, the writing, the editing. I need to watch it again. Something about it just felt right. And like the edit, especially the editing on the fight scenes between Anakin and Obi-Wan, like that was like not only was the choreography literally prequels, but the editing was edited. It was edited perfectly, like the way it should be, like on action, like with the move, the defensive move when Obi-Wan sticks the saber down and then Anakin kicks the saber away. Like it was just like everything was just so it was the way it should be. And I don't know if I don't know why it wasn't like that last episode. I don't know why the lightsaber scenes weren't anything like that last episode. But I guess all of a sudden now Obi-Wan's back to his normal self. I guess this is a synopsis of his character now. He's finally get to himself. He tricked Vader because Vader is so blinded by hatred, etc. Obviously, he knew Reva was coming, which was great. Obviously, Reva got what was coming to her, which was great. It humbles her a little bit, I think, unless she's just been tortured her entire life at this point and she just wanted revenge, and it's not new to her at all to like constantly fail or fall. But the whole Grand Inquisitor, I was just telling Zach, the Grand Inquisitor walking out, I was like, I knew it. Do you remember me saying that, Kat? Like, Grand Inquisitor's working with him the entire time. That has to be what happens. Or he just pops up and stops her from trying to kill Kenobi again, and just kills her there or something. But my prediction was that Vader. Or I need to look back at this to make sure what I said it exactly. But Vader, has been working with the Grand Inquisitor this entire time. Is just using Reva's tracking skills to get to Kenobi, and then just leave her in the gutter or sewer, as kind of alluded to in the second episode. But it's very interesting how she didn't die. That was one thing. She got stabbed. Obviously, Vader maybe purposefully did that to, maybe show her that, she really is trash or garbage or whatever the Grand Inquisitor said, which is very sad. It's a terrible thing to say, but it is the dark side. So, fair enough. I don't know. Her acting was way better too. I think that just is all in part to her writing of this episode. I don't know who wrote this episode, but I guess we'll find out.
Yeah. No, and I also liked that it brought back to what you were mentioning, Alex, which is that we wanted to see more of Kenobi as like the detective or like outsmarting people or like, using his wit, and that reveal that he completely kind of used Reva and tricked her a little bit. Like, I don't know, he outsmarted her. Like, he cracked her code and then kind of used it to help everyone escape, knowing dang well he wasn't trying to.
You know what I just thought of? No. Well, yeah, that was funny. But you know what I just thought of? I totally forgot that we haven't even gotten Qui-Gon yet. So what if we get Qui-Gon next episode?
That better freaking happen. No, I was thinking
for sure getting Qui-Gon. They wouldn't have set it up if we weren't getting him. But what I find interesting is I don't know what Reva's gonna do now, because like on one hand, Obi-Wan like played her and screwed her over and like got her stabbed by Vader and whatever. But on the other hand, like Vader just stabbed her and the Grand Inquisitor slighted her. So it's like, which one is she gonna is she gonna try to take them both down, or is she gonna side with one over the other?
But
It's really
also,
interesting.
I feel like this seals her fate because all of this rides on the fact that nobody knows that Luke is on Tatooine to make it believable that he can live there in peace for the next 9+ years or whatever. She's got to go out. She's got to, like, I don't know how it's going to happen because is Kenobi going to fight her and like, I don't know how they're going to divide this up or eliminate her somehow, but there's no way that information can get out for the rest of this to work, right? Like, that's my one. This is a slippery slope, and I hope they handle it believably because I don't know. What are your guys' thoughts on like how like risky that is?
They still have that plot hole they created with how Vader knows that Leia is affiliated with Kenobi in some way, unless Reva never told him who the little girl was. But I don't know. I doubt that.
Yeah.
I feel like they're not going to be able to fill the plot hole all the way. But in terms of Reva, yeah, I agree. She's going to die. I think she's going to die next episode. But like, who's going to take her out? Who's she going to be siding with? I don't know.
Maybe Owen. Honestly, I feel like that she might try to go on her own to go back to Tatooine somehow. But again, she literally has been stabbed through the stomach. Like, I don't know how far she's gonna make it, but I could imagine just Owen and Beru having their time to shine and taking her out.
Maybe she wants to kill. Maybe she's somehow figured out. Oh, they're talking about Vader's kid. I can get revenge on Vader by killing his kid or something. I don't know. I don't know if she's put that together. Maybe I don't know how she could.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because like knowing Anakin is Vader is one thing, but I don't think she had any idea about Anakin and Padme.
Yeah. Or that the boy would
we didn't even get Padme flashbacks.
I know, but I don't think I would have been able to handle that, frankly. I could barely handle y'all. I was crying like an absolute freaking baby. Not just with the flashbacks, but especially when they took out you know who. My favorite freaking character. My absolute
Voldemort.
Yeah, guys, spoilers if you didn't watch yet.
Oh man. I wish we were all together for this episode. That would have been fun. This is a great episode.
It was.
What would you guys give this episode out of 10 so far? First
9.
Yeah, I'm going to agree.
I'd give it a 9 just because it was short.
I would say I really wanted Obi-Wan and Vader to interact.
I'm okay with them not interacting.
Really wanted them to talk.
They're saving it. They're saving it.
Based off of his ability to just kind of grab and pull fighters down, there was literally no option where he could have just been sitting on like the little lander deck and like looking out, and then they looked at each other the same way Vader looked out at the Rogue One ship.
Yeah, that was a really great
like
moment.
if there was like a reverse moment where now Obi-Wan's in the thing or whatever looking up, but like that won't happen now because obviously canon is Vader can fucking pull ships.
That was insane, and he just ripped it apart too.
Force unleashing it, literally. That was definitely something.
It was definitely something. I'm still figuring it out. And
I literally had to like take a lap after the episode.
Oh,
I think it was
you ran like a marathon and then
I was so charged up. But no, I honestly at first I was beginning to worry that the final fight was going to happen in this episode, and I'm really glad it didn't. Like, I wanted that to be saved for the end. And Vader is just obviously so, I don't know, he's just boiling right now. Like, Kenobi's gonna be fired up. Like, oh, it's just gonna be so like, I can't believe the show has successfully brought me from being a non-believer in the two of them facing off pre New Hope, and now I freaking want it. So I'll give them that.
I'm like trying to think now, like just based off of flashbacks alone, it's been great. I'm trying to think what I wanted like from this show to not have him in it. Just because of that sense of like mystery and he should only be used sparingly. But I think most of this was just so great. Like it was awesome. Like I didn't feel like, oh man, I don't want to see any more of him. Like it was great. And I think that um adding more, yeah. I mean, like Zach said, adding more of like the Force Unleashed canon that we don't really get to see of his Force powers into it, or the video game canon that we get to see is just like it's great. It's so cool. I was just like I'm just like visibly smiling about it.
It was so disrespectful how he was just like dodging her, just like manipulating her with the force. Like she's not even worth his time. Like he didn't even use his lightsaber. He just
I know.
I'm so glad he was just way too OP, as he should. You
Yeah.
know, because
Yeah,
it's Reva. She's not anyone. Our roommate actually sat down here and got to watch the like I think this is the first episode he's seen of the series, and he was like, I don't know how the rest of the series has been going, but this was pretty good. And I'm like, yeah, it was fucking amazing, dude. This is like nothing like the first.
Yeah, I was gonna say, did you tell him that this is like the peak that it's been?
This massive freaking bug just jumped on my foot.
But yeah, I mean, I didn't have an issue with. I didn't look like they really de-aged them as much as they like used like makeup and stuff to me.
I thought Ewan looked like he hadn't aged a day. Hayden looked a little bit.
A little. Yeah.
It took me out of it, but I was like,
who cares?
Obviously, everyone knows he's older. Like it's.
Isn't it weird that Hayden looks older than Ewan? Is it just me?
Well, I think Hayden was like younger than us when he filmed the prequels, so it's like he's had more time to age, I think, whereas like Ewan was in his 30s, I think. So it's more jarring to see Anakin.
I'm telling you, it's the death sticks.
It's the death sticks. I think it might have had something to do with burning in lava. That's probably
dehydrate your skin a little bit.
And he just never put any aloe vera after that day, and it's just been very hard for him to get his skin back, which is fair. Like, sometimes that happens, but
he looks remarkable, all things considered.
What's up, Lord Borid? Hugs from Brazil. Yeah, dude. Star Wars fans everywhere unite. It's a great day to be a Star Wars fan.
It is.
Darth Vader must be a pay-to-win character. They should have deep faked. I mean, he's not old.
Yeah, they don't need to deep fake him.
He's not super old. It didn't take me out of it really. It was more like kind of what it represented more than face value. Like the scene with Luke, the first deep fake, didn't look that great, but I was still immersed and it still was amazing. So it's like it's more about kind of what it is. I think, at least from my perspective.
And I can't complain because the whole time I've been asking, like, I just want to see more Hayden. So what am I gonna do? Roast whoever de-aged him now that we finally got more? Like
I said last week, literally all I wanted was a scene between Obi-Wan and Anakin from the prequel era, and they gave it to us. So that's literally all I wanted. And it's like you said earlier, Kat, not anything else is like a bonus now. Like anything else that happens next week, as long as they don't crash the train into the mountain.
This is true.
Is a bonus. Like as long as they don't screw it up, it's gonna be fine. Like I have a positive outlook on the show now.
Fuck, I don't have anything to kill this bug with.
You're having a freaking
Alex is out here fighting for his life.
Alex is Vader to the bugs.
It's like a roach or something, dude. It's really big.
Whoa.
Where'd it go? Anyway, when I see it, I'm gonna kill it with my Brita. That's what's gonna happen.
The Brita is your weapon.
I don't have my saber. It would have been nice if I had a saber I could burn it. No, I can't. No, I don't want to fuck something up. Anyway,
you're really paralleling Darth Vader here, and that bug. So Obi-Wan, I want to burn him.
Oh, if I could just use the Force and like fucking crack his neck, that would be great.
God.
I left those doors open way too long, man. Like there's probably a lot of bugs that just kind of walked in.
I'm telling you.
I forgot they were open. Anyway,
go ahead. I want to talk about it's Tara, right? Her name's Tara.
Tala. Oh, Ray's probably so sad, or she hasn't seen it yet.
I was sobbing. Y'all are gonna see my ugly cry in my I can't fucking believe Sorry.
Cat,
I'm-
I'm an innocent
No,
child.
no,
I
no, no,
can't
no,
hear
no, no, no.
that.
Keep going. I like this.
I
It's evil,
It's
can't.
the vibe
evil
now.
Ewok after dark.
This is the
I
vibe now.
can't believe
80
18
stands for
plus.
after dark.
I cannot believe Ray and I spent all last Evil Ewok episode talking about how boss of a character she is. Not only that, but I also just get so effing emotional when someone says, "May the force be with you," in a like Godspeed moment like that, and I freaking lost it. I can't. I knew somebody was gonna die this episode. You know what? She was too good. She's too good from the start. I should have known. I should have known they were building her up to be so freaking amazing that you just would fall in love with her, and then they're gonna kill her off. Like, and Ned too. Like, where they can like, he died with her.
Yeah,
Like, he turned off.
I loved the slow mo. I like it was like Boromir-esque of like it was like that, and I was like, okay, like they're
God.
really pulling at the early 2000s strings for me here.
But like it all worked.
Yeah,
Everything
It was
worked.
emotional,
Even the
yeah.
set design looked good, even though it is mostly rocks and then a couple doors, which is fine. But I think the bridge looked better. I think a lot of things just looked better. in
I
this
had
episode.
no problem with the production quality. Yeah, like there was nothing that I was like, that looks a little weird. It's taking me out of it. Like it looked, for the most part, I would say, pretty darn good.
Yeah, I was too focused on what was happening.
I remember I was telling Zach, or I just said this to Zach, the moment we saw Anakin, I'm like, is this a Dave Filoni episode? Because it seems like anything that's like, oh my god, is always associated with Dave in some way.
Yeah.
And it would be so funny if we watched the gallery, the Kenobi gallery, behind the scenes on Disney Plus. And it just shows like Dave just walks on, looks at a script, and is like, how about we just do? And then it's like 3 hours of rewrites, and then it's just like it's his entire episode, and Deborah had nothing to do with it. That would have been really funny. But I mean, it just felt like a completely different show to me, to be honest with you.
Yeah. I mean, this week versus last week,
Totally different.
and normally I would be like, I want more continuity with like how episodes being equally freaking amazing, but I'm too just like relieved and in shock right now to even really complain about that, because I'm just starting to accept more like this is all meant to be watched as one arc, one overarching story. Like that's how I'm gonna treat it when all of these are over. Like I just
That's a good point, though. I do feel like a great amount of relief. Like relief is also like a major player in how I feel right now. Like it's like I said, I told Alex, like I just want it to be solid. Like if it's solid, I'll be happy. And it was up here. It was above the roof. It was so good. It was like to the point where I was like, this is amazing, like out loud while I was watching it, which is rare.
Wait, we have both fulcrums in here.
Oh my god, we do.
There's two?
Break the lightsaber, throw it on the ground. Only one of them can come
Feels
out.
weird.
Only one of them can come up.
Only one of them.
That has to be a meme. Oh my god. Sorry to interrupt you, Zach. I was just like, oh my god, they're there.
It is worth pointing out.
Just gather myself.
I did like how they framed it around the Obi-Wan Anakin lightsaber duel, and they kind of took something that's just a physical battle and turned it into a more like strategical, interpersonal, like tactical thing. So I like that. Like the writing was way better, and that might have something to do with the guest writer that they had on. I think was it Andrew Stanton? Was that his name? He wrote some of the Pixar movies.
Yeah, from what I'm aware, just in my own head and what I'm predicting is Joey didn't write this episode.
Or Joby was like, "This is what I want to do," and then Andrew Stanton was like, "No, we're not doing that." We're doing
and then
that.
Dave Filoni came in and was like, "No, we're gonna do this."
I don't know, man. Let's give Deborah some
Why
credit.
don't we?
Like, Deborah did a great job in this episode.
She did great. It was a good episode. I just want to find out if the team changed for this episode. I really do. It felt completely different. Unless maybe the first couple episodes the team wasn't like into it because it wasn't fun, and then this one was like a really fun one, so they were all into it. or the editor changed after the 4th episode. I don't know, but holy crap. Amazing stuff. Amazing episode. Bye. Thanks for popping in.
The man who would be Brick. What else was there about this episode? I mean, I loved the temple flashbacks. They were brief, but I thought effective.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Shit.
I mean, I think we'll all watch it again. We'll all unpack our thoughts on Thursday, but we just had to like get out our initial reaction because I highly doubt that our reactions right now are going to change at all by Thursday.
I don't think so.
It's going to be better, if not,
Yeah, I don't usually come off of a high like this and be like, actually, that was bad. Like, it's usually the reverse.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
I just need to find that bug.
Oh my god, dude, they're interacting.
The Fulcrumception.
Fulcrum, there's a lot of clips here if you want to clip them. Golden clips. Today's been a golden day. We got cat cursing.
Oh god.
I'm fighting with the swarm of locusts in the house. I don't know. We're just confused and
this
happy.
Will be a day long remembered.
Be a day long remembered.
What a time to be alive.
Oh, it's beautiful.
It's beautiful.
It really is.
Okay, I have a question. What did you like more, this episode or the Boba Fett episode that didn't have Boba Fett in it at all, and it was with like Luke and Ahsoka and Grogu?
This
episode.
I would say this episode too.
I mean, they're different, but I'm a prequel child, so like this is just.
It's like we've waited for this for 10 years, basically.
Yeah,
longer. Since
and then Luke was a surprise. I think a surprise isn't as great as like the longing for seeing something that you're going to get at some point, or you should be getting, and you just haven't been getting it. This kind of relief is far different than just getting surprised and be like, "Oh my god, it's so cool," It's a mix. Like obviously we're surprised, but it's more of like we've been waiting. Luke appearing was like, "Oh shit," It's a completely different feeling, and it's great.
And different generation of characters, like. To say that I like this one more doesn't negate how freaking amazing that episode was. That is a legendary episode, and still to this day, some of the best Star Wars I've seen. But this is just, if you're a prequel kid, and also like just seeing the way, we've all been so fixated for so long, and like the fact that Anakin could kill younglings, and like that's what our hero turned into, and the fact that. I love what they did with Reva's character to use her as a vessel to like dive into that even more and show from her perspective as a youngling what it was like and what it did to her, and her retelling that story. Like it freaking makes it all like even worse.
Yeah. What did Tom think? Uh-oh.
He liked it, but some of the visuals he couldn't get over. I think some of the CGI is
CGI.
Yeah, specifically with Vader force pulling the transport.
He didn't like the new canon stuff.
He liked it, but the CGI, he was. Maybe he'll speak. I'll let him speak.
It was in a dark environment, and it was. It was in a dark environment, and it was quick, so it didn't really bother me. I was okay with it.
Yeah.
Hashtag come on, Tom.
No, I did.
Come on, X-Wing.
Come on, X-Wing.
Oh, what does X-Wing feel?
He probably doesn't. He probably doesn't like it.
What if he didn't see it?
I don't know how you can't like it.
Is he still watching, or did he give up?
Hey, Charlie's in the chat.
Aw, Charlie.
We're all Charlie on this day.
Like, you deserve all the happiness, Charlie.
Isn't it like 4 a.m.?
Don't worry about Charlie. Can stay up as late as he wants.
Yes.
4:20. Charlie, happy 4:20.
Oh God.
Oh my God! Smoke those.
I might be up for until 4 a.m. at this rate. I just want to
watch
go.
it again. I'm gonna watch it.
I know. That was
I'm
my
gonna be
immediate
watching it while
thought. I was
edit.
like, I need to rewatch this.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
make it
Zach,
really
are you
quick.
about to go and edit both of you guys?
No, I don't really. I'm not gonna edit anything. I'm just
Dude,
gonna
make it
watch it again.
short. Just make it a really quick short.
About what?
I can send you the footage. The boy is back. Just do that. Hashtag Hayden Christensen.
Oh,
Hashtag not clickbait.
Hashtag
You will cry.
oh my
Hashtag
god.
emotional.
Oh my god.
Honestly, you might cry. Like the Return of the King, man.
Yup.
Like that was like getting our Luke Skywalker back. Like, except like evil and killing children, but it was still
Yeah.
great.
What's
It
up,
was
General
still
Grievous? Grievous. Why'd I say Grievous?
grievous.
Come on, X-Wing.
Come on, X-Wing.
I just texted him. I bet you he's asleep. I bet you didn't even watch it. He's gonna watch it in the
Yeah.
morning and then be like, "Oh man, I missed out," or he's gonna be like, "What the hell is this garbage?" Which I don't.
No.
There's no way he's going
It's
to.
I don't know how you can at least like at worst I feel like you think it's okay. Like this episode was just that good. Like I don't know. Man.
I only see
loved it.
great. I only
loved
see
it.
great or perfection. You know, like because like people were saying like perfection on like episode 4 or episode 3, and those weren't great episodes, but people were saying they were perfect. So what is it? What does that make this episode like life changing?
Yeah,
Legendary.
I thought episode 3 was good, but it definitely like the fact that Obi-Wan and Vader like had some amazing scenes, like really covered up some of the lackluster writing and stuff. This episode was just straight up amazing for me. Like I don't think the amazing moments covered up anything. The amazing moments were because the writing was amazing, and it was it was
Like it was a pressurized scene that did not feel rushed.
yeah,
Right?
There felt like there's a lot of gravity to it. Like, and I
Yeah.
felt like that's what a lot of the previous episodes were lacking, were stakes and gravity. And like I was almost shaking during some of the moments in this episode. Like
Might
it
have
was
been the
tense.
editing.
My heart was pounding.
Yeah.
I'm like really trying to like wrap my mind around why this was so much better. You know, like everything was so much better. It's just so crazy to me. I mean, I feel like we're just repeating ourselves, but I can't get
Yeah.
over how much better everything in every department was for this episode.
I might have to like debrief and rewatch it in order to be able to formulate like true words. But no,
Like,
I'm
there
just
was,
happy.
like, there's just so many really cool scenes. Like everything made sense. The Reva disclosing her feelings in that way, like to the negotiator, was great.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
Yeah.
it wasn't like just her own inner turmoil, like Kenobi. It was like really, it was taken out of her by Kenobi, and then Kenobi made her turn on. It was like a reverse light side of dark, as opposed to dark side from light,
Mhm.
which is what always happens. Which was great. It was
Yeah.
different, and it was just, I don't know. It just felt refreshing.
I agree.
Like,
I
it was
like how
great.
it didn't feel like sappy and like typical like it's the right thing to turn to be good. Like you have to help
Yeah.
help the
Yeah,
children.
it wasn't
and like
cringy at all. It was
you
great.
could tell he was like trying to like manipulate her, and you could tell that she didn't do the right thing. She turned on Vader because she wanted to fucking kill him. Like she didn't turn on Vader to save the children or save the innocent people. She did it for her.
Yeah.
And that's what I liked, because I was really worried it was going to be a typical like I reject the dark side now and I'm back to the light, and it wasn't.
Yeah. Yeah.
No,
100%.
yeah. They handled it exactly how I wanted because, like I said, especially coming off of episode 4, I was like, there's no effing way she's going to go from torturing a child and then less than 24 hours later go and turn back to the light and regret all of her mistakes. And I love that Kenobi saw that. Like, he knows what she's done. And as soon as he saw that she wasn't going to do the right thing, he exploited her and he was like, bye. And I really like that.
I just feel like the Inquisitors are so far from like the light side. Like they're just so effed up, and they've done so much to like create them into what they are, that the only way out is just either A, revenge, or B, death. You know?
Yeah.
And then death being a result of the revenge, you know? Because like there's no way they're gonna beat Vader. And like I can't imagine them ever turning light, because that would just that would ruin so much about the dark side. You know? Like it's just, you atone for your sins through death. It seems like for the dark side. If you're
Yeah.
If you're a Sith, you know, there's no other way because you're just so far from that side.
Yeah. And also, if Reva was really working for the light this whole time, none of this would have happened because she's been bloodthirsty for Kenobi and for selfish reasons. Like, she could have easily just gone to him or found him in secret and said, "Hey, can you help me take Vader out?" But that clearly wasn't her goal, like with Kenobi. And that I'm happy about that too, because if she would have just joined him in that moment, it would just defeat the whole purpose of this whole show, which has been like, why was that so easy for you to finally join sides with him when you could have done that days ago and saved us this whole plot? So I feel like they handled that really well. They must have seen through all the different like plot holes that people would have been complaining about with that, and they found, I feel like, a good solution.
Like there was no awkward running. Everything felt like you know what I mean?
No, I know what you mean. Yeah.
So good. Like you didn't just have the doors open and then have a really weird front shot of her just running in and then like awkwardly, like, you know, with no cuts at all, just boom, boom, boom. It was just like it was chaotic. It was chaotic and it hit a lot of like maybe bad choreography if there ever was any, but it was so chaotic and shaky that you couldn't see, and it was great. That was kind of what I think you've always should have seen. And it didn't cut to behind them at all. It was always either up to see scope or interpersonal, which hides a lot of maybe bad choreography or whatever. You know, it just hit a lot of things that if there ever were any issues. I might find some when I look at it again, but I mean, it was great.
Yeah, as soon as she cut the door open, and it was just like so much chaos, and like the shots were really quick, and it just felt like you were there, like in this freaking gunfight, and it felt like Star Wars, like it felt like a war. It felt like kind of like the Clone Wars with like massive, like, well, not
both sides taking losses. It's not just stormtroopers being dumb and falling over themselves.
Yeah.
It was good. I liked it. I really
the stakes were extremely high, like all those innocent people.
That medium rare.
Oh god. The mom, they took out even the mom from like episode 2. Although I was confused as to why they were there, because I thought they were going to Corellia. That's the one thing I was like, how'd they get on Jabim if they were supposed to go to Corellia?
Who?
It was the mom and her son that Haja swindled in episode 2. They were there.
Oh, they were there?
Yeah.
I didn't even notice that.
That was my one thing. I was like, are they rendezvousing on Jabim and then going to Corellia?
0 out of 10 this whole episode.
They came in to join the fight.
Look, that's what I was like, there's an explanation. I'm sure it's not that.
If that's the reason, that's terrible. But I mean, I completely didn't even notice that. But
scrap this whole show.
I thought that they like go to Jabim and that's like their transfer point. Like they go there and then they get pilots to take them. That's how I'm thinking about it.
You're probably right.
The finale is Mando season 5 episode 2.
Oh,
it has nothing to do with it. It doesn't even try.
God.
Grogu just has flashbacks of the temple, and then it goes back to just Mando and Grogu hanging out. Like it's flashbacks for about 10 minutes, and then it's Mando season 5 episode 2.
God, man, Anakin freaking stabbed a child, like stabbed her as a child. Like,
I wish they showed all of that.
What did you guys think about when in the freaking first 2 seconds of as soon as you press start, that screen popped up again that said there are some scenes in this fictional series that might be upsetting to some viewers? As soon as I got that screen, you didn't? Did you get that, Alex?
I don't remember seeing it.
I remember seeing it in the first episode. I don't remember seeing it.
I got that in this episode, and I was like, holy shit, something crazy is going to happen.
What if it goes by location? Like they know LA people are going to be upset about it, but probably North County people aren't going to be upset about it.
Maybe.
So like, let's give it a disclaimer so we don't get a million tweets about how awful
we killed younglings for the second time.
And then it opened on Coruscant, and I was like, wait, this looks like it looks like daytime, and B, like the color grade looks kind of like episode 2, and then you see the Anakin's braid, and it's like, holy shit, like it's fucking Anakin.
Yeah.
In that moment, I was like, I'm sorry I ever said a bad word about the show. I'm sorry.
Like, imagine if that scene was choreographed terribly. Like, just imagine that for a second.
Luckily, we don't have to think about that.
Yes, but like that was a fear though. Like that was a fear that I had. If we did ever get any of that, is it gonna look very clunky and unrelated? And it did not at all. It was great. I don't know if we're like taken up by seeing Vader be cool and flashbacks. Like I need to watch it again, but I felt like it was a great episode, honestly.
I gotta decompress, rewatch.
Yeah. I feel like if you remove Vader being awesome and the flashbacks, it's still a solid episode. It's not like it's not amazing, but it's solid. And then you just add those incredible elements to it, and it becomes easily the best episode of the series, I think.
Ooh, what if these flashbacks are starting with his training, and then the next episode is going to be flashbacks into Clone Wars and into Revenge? That would be cool.
I don't think so. I don't want to get my hopes up, but that would be sick.
Yeah,
I would love it.
Like, there's like a whole like kind of storyline. Like they're kind of relaying the entire story while watching the show for people who've never seen them before. Maybe that would be pretty cool. I think that would be a good way to get the normies in to watch them, right?
Sorry, I keep cursing. I gotta go.
You've got a filthy mouth, Cat.
Hey, I'm all about it. Keep it coming.
I might before I keep going, I might sign off and go get cracking
well,
on
we're
reaction.
gonna close out here.
I'm gonna
I have a lot of
watch
stuff I got to do too.
Rewatch it again.
I'm gonna rewatch it.
Amazing! We have 30 people in here right now. Be sure to drop a like, comment. We're live every Thursday. We're just live after this episode because it made us feel amazing.
We said we're either going live if it's amazing or if it's terrible, and here we are.
If it's in between, we're just gonna go, you know, cry or go to sleep. Yeah, drink some sake. Anyway, we got new people popping in. I mean, Kat, you can go ahead and go. I think we'll just chill for a little bit longer.
All right.
Peace
out, y'all. I'll see you guys.
Later, homie G.
Whew.
Somehow my happiness has returned.
I know. Fulcrum always knows the right thing to say.
Yeah, he's like you if you were in the comment section.
Basically. What if I'm Fulcrum? This whole time I'm just commenting.
You're just on 31 accounts commenting.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Don't put it past me.
What's up? What's that say? Mapler? MPLR. I'm just gonna say I'm gonna call him Mapler. Like maple syrup. I need to find that bug though, dude. It's actually bothering me. I need to kill it before
Don't worry about the bug. Just focus on Kenobi.
I'm just gonna jump on my feet while I'm editing and I'm getting all pissed off. Anakin's lightsaber from episode 2 is my second favorite lightsaber, to be honest.
I am a massive fan of Dooku's lightsaber. I always have loved the elegance of the curved.
I like Luke's. I think Luke's is my favorite saber.
Return of the
Jedi. Return of the Jedi, not Anakin's. Yeah. Starting around 7 p.m. next Tuesday and streaming for first 5 just before midnight. What?
I don't know. Is there anything we haven't covered? I feel like we've.
What did you guys all think? Yeah, like fucking just drop us things in the comments. We're gonna end here pretty soon, but I mean, this is your place to just vent and talk. If you had any issues, what you liked, what you disliked.
I think this is an interesting question. I think we could. My prediction before the series was that Vader was going to take things a little too far going after Kenobi, and then Palpatine was going to have to step in and be like, and refocus him. Like, hey, we've got an empire to run. We can't have you like gallivanting across the galaxy trying to. So I could see it. And Ian McDermott even teased potentially appearing a while ago. He said like, we might, if Vader's making his return, we might see his master. Who knows? I think
that could happen. Yeah, you're not wrong. I mean, I don't know if I want to, but I mean, again, everything that I didn't want to happen has been happening, and it was okay. And then it progressively got better. So I'm fully on board with doing everything I don't want to do at this point.
Hello there.
What's up, Alex? Nice name, dude. It's my name too.
No, it isn't. Your name's AD.
Oh, my name's AD. That's right.
First name AD. Last name edits.
No, middle name underscore.
Last name edits.
And then last name edits. Vader went Starkiller. Yes, he did. Hell yeah, he did. Where are these haters? Where are they?
Yeah, bring out the haters. Will Rada return?
Pablo!
Pablo, God, right on cue. Right on cue.
Anytime we're enjoying ourselves, Pablo pops in to create our lives, make our lives a living hell. As
Pablo,
usual.
why can't you just let us be happy?
Yeah, Pablo. All we want to do is just watch Star Wars and enjoy Star Wars and talk to the fans. Why do you have to
We want
say
to
we
feel
can't?
emotions.
Yeah. Why don't you just go stack your rocks over at Star Cruiser Hotel, please?
Please,
Leave us
just
alone.
leave us alone.
God, fucking
But
Pablo.
I don't think Watto's coming back as much as I hate
Somehow
to say
Watto returned. Yeah, I mean, honestly, without Watto, it's definitely like a 1 or 2 out of 10. But
it. Yeah.
yeah.
In summary, for those of you who just joined, since there was no Watto, 0 out of 10 this whole episode.
I think they set up Vader versus Kenobi rematch because their getaway ship's hyperdrive was down.
Yeah, I mean, the rumor is that there's going to be a rematch. It feels like they have to end on a high note like that.
I can't imagine him going. Yeah, they wouldn't be on Tatooine. It would be somewhere else.
Yeah.
So they'd have to go like to some place to dock or whatever, and then he's gonna get away again. Which is very unlike Vader to just allow this to continually happen over and over again.
I think he just assumed that Reba was dead. I know. But I guess it all hinges on what she's gonna do. I think she's definitely gonna be the catalyst for this next episode. Whatever she decides, whether to run back to Vader and be like, "Hey, I have some intel," or to I don't think she's gonna keep it a secret. I think she's gonna maybe act on her own. She's gonna go out on her own and try to cause chaos. I don't know. But I just didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't think I'd like Reva ever. She really dug herself out of a hole, and I do like the character now. I think she's a good character. And
yeah, I'm actually happy now that I don't hate a character in this show right now. Or I guess hate's a strong word. Dislike and wasted potential. I mean, the show on the whole is still not where it should be, but it's a great episode and it feels good.
yeah,
right.
I mean, I think Kat mentioned it earlier. I think if you watched this show back to back to back, without having to wait a week in between, I think you have a higher opinion of it.
Well, we'll see tomorrow. I mean, not tomorrow, next week. That would have been great if we get an episode, the finale tomorrow.
God, this is so good. Pablo's imprisoned aboard the ship. He needs food and water. Send help.
That's someone else's job. Next comment.
How surprised were we that we got to see? Yeah, we said it earlier. I thought that they would go into Clone Wars, live action Clone Wars flashback if they were to do it. I didn't think we'd get pre-Attack of the Clones. That was really surprising to me. What did you think, AD?
How surprised were you when we got to see before Attack of the Clones flashback? Before the Attack of the Clones. Oh, yeah, no shit. I was so confused for a second. It's late. Yeah, no, I that was the opening scene, wasn't it?
It was, yeah, because it had the shot of Coruscant and it pulled back.
Yeah, I just went right into it. Yeah,
yeah.
I was like, hey, look, guys, we're gonna get just this snippet for about 10 seconds, and then that's it for the rest of the show. And then it just kept coming. It kept getting more and more. And I'm sitting there there can't be any more. And then there's more. And then I'm like, wait, they're doing the thing.
They're doing it.
What we've always wanted them to do.
It's working.
Yeah,
it's working.
Oh, why don't we have that on the soundboard?
I don't know. We'll have to get it.
We only have this one.
Excellent usage of that.
We only have that one. We need more. We literally need more. And yeah, apparently plot armor is on the inside now too. It's her organs are plot elements. Leave her alone. Khaki man. God.
She's gonna die.
I think
my friend, she will die.
I think and it just doesn't. It would have been funny if I don't know if the Grand Inquisitor is like trying to do that, and then they make a reference back to Dooku, and Vader's like, "Patience, she will die," and they just walk away.
Yeah, I loved how petty the Grand Inquisitor was too. Like, because I mean, let him talk his shit. Like, she stabbed him in the stomach and left him to die.
Yeah.
Like,
It's almost like he like egged her on to the point where he knew she was gonna do that.
yeah, and
No?
Vader was like standing there, like, all right, I'm just gonna let you do this. I'm gonna let you talk your shit. It's fine with me.
Ryu and Hayden shows up on screen more. Yeah.
Yeah, this is me when someone says that they do not like this episode.
Ted, I got your voucher.
I will never get sick.
I think I could watch that on loop for like a long period of time. I think I could just sit there and like watch George like slap people, or just have sarcastic physical assault scenes. Honestly,
it's the sound of his hand just slapping a guy's cheeks that sounds bad. Slapping his facial cheeks.
It's the sound of his skin slapping against another man.
Yeah,
just makes me feel good about myself.
Yeah, you really fleshed that out for me.
It gets progressively worse.
Yeah, I agree, Ethan. I don't understand anybody who was like, "Wow, they really killed the Grand Inquisitor," even though he's in Rebels. Like, of course he didn't die. Like, I think his species has like 2 stomachs too, so it's like he can afford to lose one.
Have you seen the clip of George where he pretends to punch Nick Gillard? It's really funny.
I think I have.
Oh yes, I have.
Yeah.
I was like on set or something. Yeah.
Oh, welcome to the live show, Sebastian. Yeah, we do it every Thursday. Today we were just too excited, so we had to come live.
Yeah, we're usually not on at 1:45 a.m.
Yeah,
but we're usually on Thursday at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So if you can ever muster up whatever time zone you're in to pop in, we're usually live for like an hour or two, and we have guests on. And we used to do watch parties, but not anymore. This is just kind of one of those rare occurrences where we were so happy and we needed to talk to all of you about it. So yeah, it's a good day to be a Star Wars fan. I keep saying that.
Yeah, I did think about this the other day, because the story wills it, I guess.
Yeah.
Where did Qui-Gon get stabbed? Was it like upper chest? It was like lower chest, right?
It was like stomach. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So I mean, honestly, when they introduced Force Heal into canon with Rey and the sequels, that kind of ruined everything, because it's like we could have done this
Unless he wanted
the whole time.
to die. Unless he wanted to will himself into the Force and he knew that Obi-Wan was going to fail Anakin to destroy the Jedi Order. I don't know. You get into some weird theories about that, but oh my God,
Charlie with the 10
at 4:44 a.m. his time, dropping a $10 dono. Thank you, brother.
Thank you, Charlie. I mean, honestly, it all feels like we got $10 tonight with this episode. Like, that
was $1 million episode.
It was special. Like, especially growing up when the prequels came out, like we did, it just felt so good seeing the flashbacks. Like, I have no complaints. Like, I'm just so happy.
It was what's his name? What's the guy's name that died?
Wade.
Yeah,
Wade's ghost.
Wade actually survived and fell into the water, swam 25 miles to shore, hitchhiked on a trade ship, took 3 different trade routes to get back to that ship, and then he was just sitting in the cockpit the entire time for their escape.
Yeah, and the next episode is actually gonna tell that story. It's not even gonna have Obi-Wan or Vader in it. It's just gonna be about Wade.
There's actually going to be a spin-off series about Wade, and how he became, the pilot that he is. Apparently, this goes way back, but this is like, prequel era. He was training in the academy. He was one of those prodigies, really. He went through the ranks early. He was about, I think, 11, 12 years old when he was beating
young.
most 30-year-old pilots. So really, really great backstory. I'm excited to see more about him, because it'll be like, I think, a 3-part.
It'll be a trilogy.
It'll be a 3-part 20 episode a season show about Wade. And
Wow.
I'm really excited, to be honest with you.
Wade needs a trilogy and a spin-off show.
Wade was Force sensitive the whole time. Yeah, pretty much. Actually, Wade is the reason Obi-Wan got away. He was able to stop Vader from pulling the other ship down. I don't know if you guys knew that, but Wade is Starkiller.
Wade is the reason I started watching Star Wars. A lot of people don't know this, but like back in 1999 when The Phantom Menace came out, I was like, you know what? I think there's a lot of potential behind a character named Wade.
Somehow Wade survived.
You can't kill Wade.
Yeah, he's just a secret culprit. He's just behind it all the entire time. Wade was General Grievous, and then he was able to move his essence into a sentient being like Palpatine. And really,
Wade. We're all Wade. Wade is the Wills.
Oh, fucking Christ. Somehow Wade is better.
Yeah, I mean, he did look old, but I'm totally like, it's fine. Like
the Force Awakens. Fuck. God fucking damn it, Colin.
Our roommate, everybody. All right. Well, you want to wrap this thing up?
Yeah, I think we've kind of said all we can. We'll be live in tomorrow. Is today Wednesday?
No, it's today. Yeah, tomorrow technically.
Yeah, we'll be live tomorrow at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, everyone. So
join us for fun times. And
yeah, where I will be contemplating where that bug is the entire time as well.
Alex is gonna eat a bug live on stream.
Not clickbait, emotional. You will cry.
You will cry. You
Hashtag
will
the
cry.
Force Awakens.
Hashtag the Force Awakens.
Fucking bullshit. All right, guys. Drop a like. Love you all. Good night.
Good night,